Do you still produce now as well at the moment, or are you too busy with what's happening?
Yeah, I'm really bad. Like I haven't made a beat in God knows how long because really focusing on the events. But also, I have my own sample pack company as well called Crazy Keys, where I make sample packs for producers, and so I spend a lot of my time just doing the making those. So between those two, I don't have time at the minute to make beats, but I've definitely going to get back into it because especially now that we're going to start releasing records because I definitely want to be like super hands-on with that. So,
Yeah.
and just hearing all these guys' beats is like it's making me jealous, and like everyone's starting
Yeah.
to surpass me now. So I can't have that. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? I
But I
can't have
want to
that.
talk about that actually, your sample pack, because that's something I've always admired you for as well. That kind of entrepreneurial thing that you'll be doing events
Yeah,
and that. How did that start, by the way? Your sample pack. How did that all
that
come
that
about?
yeah that started like maybe like a year or so before I started Instros,
Mm.
and to be honest, it's just always something I wanted to do. Like, so I used to obviously, like I said, I play the piano, and whenever I was making beats, um, like I'd do obviously a lot of piano stuff, and I'd always get producers hit me up and say, "Oh, Pino, you know what? I love your stuff. Can you play piano for me on this track?" And they'd send me tracks, and I'd do piano over it. And I thought to myself, well, and at that time, loop packs weren't so big because, like I said, this was 2014, 15,
Yeah.
and so it's not like it is now where everyone's got a loop pack.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what? Like, let me just start doing my own sample packs, and it's a lot easier and less stressful than having to kind of do loads of different piano uh, collaborations with producers. And so I did it, and it started going really, really well, surprisingly well, and I kind of haven't looked back since really. So it's for those that want really great samples, like I do the piano stuff, R&B stuff, like all live instrumentation stuff, so electric guitars, orchestral stuff. It's crazykeys.co.uk, and crazy spelled with a K, so KRAZY, keys normally.co.uk. Little
Bro,
plug
that
there.
is sick. I'll leave the links below, man. That'd be sick. Because that is
Appreciate it.
something that I've always been interested in doing as well. And I've always wondered how you go about doing that. So how did you kind of start? Where did you even begin to start? You said you were doing piano parts. Is it really
Yeah,
difficult to like create a whole catalogue of sounds, or is it fairly easy for someone like yourself who's so good at the keys already?
bro. Like someone like you, like with as much musicianship as you have, you do it. You'd smash these packs out, daily. Honestly, it's really not as hard as people think, man. Like
Mm.
you just you just literally just make because you're sitting in a room making melody ideas anyway, so you might as well just like come up with a concept, whether it's you're going to do an R&B pack or you're going to do an orchestral string pack or whatever it is, the idea that you want to do
Hmm.
electric guitar pack, make like 20, 30 loops or however you want to make in a pack, and literally just package it up, make sure the artwork's good and put it up online. It's really as simple as that. Like obviously, um make sure the packs are quality and it's recorded right and everything like that. But it's really not that difficult, bro. Honestly, it's just
That's
making the most difficult part is actually making the music. um Once you've done that, actually no, I take that back. The most difficult part is the marketing,
yeah.
because it's one thing to kind of be, because like I say, you can make the pack really easily because obviously you're a great musician,
Thank you.
but it's yeah, once you put it out into the world, you obviously have to sell it. So, and as introverts like most of us are, who
Mhm.
musicians are, we kind of struggle to kind of promote ourselves. So I would definitely do like marketing courses. Like I've taken quite a few marketing courses. I'm still taking courses to this day, deploying, like learning how to deploy Facebook ads, YouTube ads, stuff like that. Stuff that I'm still learning myself, because it's obviously these platforms are constantly evolving. So yeah, like just make the pack and then just learn marketing. And with those two things, you really um, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And it's good money as well. People don't realize how much money you can make
No,
from
I can
like
imagine.
loop. It's like I'm not even joking. It's not like a couple of £100 here and there. It's like I know guys making five figures a month doing
Wow.
loop packs. Like it's no joke. So,
I'm
and if you
glad.
can get on like a platform like Splice or something like that, where you pretty much have to do zero marketing because obviously you're on their platform, so they just do everything.
Yeah.
Like you can easily make like you know, couple of grand. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
good money, man. Honestly.
That is mad. And in
Yeah.
terms of money, I want to ask you actually, in terms of the money thing, when obviously someone purchases your pack, say, and makes a beat out of using your, say, samples,
Mhm.
say the track makes it massive, for instance, how does it work in terms of royalties and that kind of thing? Did I go
Yeah,
to you because you made the loop, or is it fully because they paid for your package? It's kind of like royalty free in a way.
yeah. Mine
Maybe one free, I
are
should
royalty
say.
free.
Yeah,
Just to make it easy, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
because I know as a producer, if I'm buying a pack, I don't really want the hassle of, having to clear a sample or whatever. Not that they would have any hassles clearing it, but yeah, it's just I just do it royalty free. But there's a lot of vendors that don't do it royalty free, and you have to just you always get it cleared, but they just want their percentage or whatever. But yeah, mine are royalty free, and you can do it either way, whichever works for you.
wicked,
Um, so yeah, there's no set way to do it.
sick. And How do you feel when someone's obviously bought your packs and made a completely different beat out of what you've made? Is it like a really weird feeling, like, oh, I didn't think of making a beat out of it that way? How do you
Yeah,
feel?
it's really it was a really good feeling, like when I hear um my loops in people's tracks actually, and we've had quite a few placements with the tracks like Snow the Product, and there's been some really big ones. Like there was a really big random Turkish artist that used a sample, and it's got like millions of views, and I can't even remember the name because
Oh,
obviously it's in like
really?
Turkish. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'll send you the link later. I can't even remember it now, but yeah, we've had some really big kind of placements with our packs, which is great. And but yeah, like because we supply, we don't. So I give them over these. So say for a piano loop, for example, I'll give them the piano loop itself, but I'll give them the MIDI so they can change it and manipulate as much as they want. So a lot of the times you can't even recognize it because they can change it up. But
yeah.
yeah, when you do notice it, obviously it's a great feeling that people have used it.